Okay, I was watching USR last night and someone on the comments said something about Entertainer having action figures reduced, including the Vintage Collection Black Series. So I thought today that's what I would do. I'd go on a toy hunt. So I decided I would go to 3 Entertainers. I told only Ron Kenobi that's what I was going to do. So I was going to walk to Wandsworth, then Wimbledon, then Kingston. As it transpired, I changed my mind. I was going to head to Kingston first. So I'm in Richmond Park here. Lovely day, very sunny, bright. And I walked through Richmond Park. And I haven't been on a toy hunt for ages. I mean, the last time was last year around Easter time when TK Maxx had those Vintage Collection figures, the Ray, the Zoe Bliss, the Luke X-Wing and all that sort of stuff reduced. So that was the last time I went on a physical toy hunt. So it's quite interesting, whatever this thing is in the middle of Richmond Park. Some sort of ancient relic. Yep, quite nice. So I tried to keep focused on reaching Kingston within say 2 hours, and then in my mind I thought I'd walk to Wimbledon from there and then on to Wandsworth. But it was more or less 2 hours to get to Kingston. So by the time I got to Kingston, I was kind of knackered. And then I did eventually make it to Wimbledon as well. But, I saw these deer here. The stag was really sort of being frisky with the pack, making loads of noises, grunting noises, really loud. And the rest of the deer were almost heading towards me, so I wasn't very happy about that. But I still filmed it anyhow. I mean, that stag there with the big antlers is really being rather frisky. It's the time of year that these stags get quite amorous. So that's when they're dangerous as well. So, but they do head towards me, which I'm getting a bit worried about, because I don't want that big stag coming near me at all. But, see, they're sort of heading towards me. But the road's nearby anyhow, and there's a fence, so I could have just climbed over the fence. But you never know with these. You never know with wild animals. But, this is making a toy hunt really epic in a way, because it's about the journey, the anticipation. You don't know if you're going to find anything there, So it's all about that, and the journey is quite important, and it's good exercise as well. So in the end, turned out that the walk, I made it to Wimbledon, but by then I was just wasted. So I had to walk back through Wimbledon Common all the way home. So by then I was really exhausted. You can see that stag there, quite a beast really, and his harem, I guess. So and they go into the bushes that side. I'm on the other side of the bushes, and I can head to this road and head towards Kingston. I mean, last week I cycled down here heading towards Esher. This is the route I took. So all through Richmond Park to Kingston Gate. So I've reached Kingston Gate here, and now I'm in Kingston. So from here it's about another 30 minutes to the actual Kingston town centre. And here we are, King's Road. Obviously I went to Polytechnic in Kingston, or university. I've reached the Entertainer now in the Kingston shopping centre. And this, to me, was the Entertainer, and it seemed closed. So I was like, what? I've walked all this way? What a turnip. What a prized turnip. I've walked to Kingston and it's closed. Actually, Entertainer's next door. But at the time, I was so gutted, you know. This is the Bental Centre in Kingston. And then I noticed that this was the Entertainer. So here we are. So they got the Bays Marlboroughs for $11.20. They got the other Black Series figures for £13. These vintage collection figures are for $9.50 now. The Mandalorian figures retro collection are $7.20. So I grabbed two here. What I noticed was there's a guy here that seemed vaguely familiar. He was with his daughter, and I moved off because, you know, when you're an adult, the shame of buying action figures, you know, so I let him go in amongst the Star Wars figures. But I swear I knew him. I thought, who is this guy? And I came back round to the Star Wars stuff because I decided to buy a couple of the vintage collection figures, those Tartakovsky figures, and it turned out to be Greg from Reed 5. And I'd been with him at Sandown last year for most of the time I was at Sandown, like a good 3-4 hours, and we chatted and all that sort of stuff. But I knew I recognised him, but I couldn't place him. And he said, it's, you know, he recognised me and all that sort of stuff. And he told me to get the Ayla Sakura, which I didn't there because the card was a bit shabby. This one was a 13 quid, the Aura Singh. So I got a couple of them there. I got the two female Jedis on the Clone Wars card, the Tartakovsky style. And then I decided to get out of Kingston. This is the high street. I decided to get out of Kingston quickly and head for Wimbledon. I didn't stop to eat or anything. There's the Wilco, that famous sculpture of the telephone boxes. And but I know Kingston quite well because I did my degree here over 30 years ago now. So, you know, if I had time, I could have gone and visited the university, but I did. You know, I was in a hurry. So now I'm down Coombe Lane, heading towards Wimbledon. So by now I'm really getting tired and knackered. So, I mean, from here, still a fair walk to Wimbledon. I've got to go through Rains Park and then on to Wimbledon. So, yeah, over the motorway. Let's keep scuttling along. We're going to see signs for Wimbledon, Coombe. And then we're going to go on and see what we can find in Wimbledon. Here's a map. Wimbledon Village, don't want to go there, I want to go to Wimbledon Town. So Wimbledon, Tooting, no thanks. Kingston, I've just come from there. And you can, that way it takes you to Wimbledon Common and Putney, but I want to go to Wimbledon. Keep walking. Here, I've finally arrived at Wimbledon.